Hi, I'm Raymond Chandler, a founding partner at Polaris Law Group, a estate planning and probate law firm in St. Charles, Missouri, and we create plans that work. What I want to talk to you today about is the 4 stages of your estate. And what that is the 4 stages almost everyone's estate will go through throughout a period of time. So let's talk about the first stage. The first stage is going to be alive and well. So that's when you are alive and well, so there's no incapacity, you haven't passed away yet. And this is the stage where we want to do 2 things. One, we want to make sure that we don't lose control over our property and our assets and ourselves. We want to make sure that we are planning in a way that you are still in charge during this entire time that you are alive and well. And the second thing we want to do is plan ahead. So this is the one stage in your life where you can set up an estate plan. Because as you'll see through the other stages, you won't have the capacity to plan anymore. And so we want to plan for those stages during alive and well. So maintain control and plan ahead. The second stage is a stage of disability. So according to recent studies, about 67% of us are going to enter a stage of disability before we pass away. And so during a disability stage, this means that you have a mental disability that means you are unable to manage your affairs. And whether it's financial decisions or healthcare decisions, you're not able to make those decisions anymore. So we want to plan ahead for that stage. And we want to make sure that we have people in place to make decisions for us, that we have our wishes and our instructions laid out, and that we have it set up in the smoothest way possible so that our family can take care of us without too many hassles. So we do that through a variety of tools, through a financial durable power of attorney to take care of your financial needs and your legal needs, through a healthcare power of attorney to make sure that somebody is named to make healthcare decisions for you, what doctors you see, what surgeries you have, all the way down to pulling the plug. And sometimes we handle that through a trust to make sure that you have a trustee named that's going to be in charge of your property when you can't make decisions because of a disability, that they would be able to take care of you and your property and your assets in the way that you want them to with your instructions left behind. So during that stage of disability, we want to plan ahead for that and mainly make sure that the courts aren't making decisions for our family, that we have the people in place to make decisions for us. The third stage is what we call death and probate avoidance. So that's when an estate needs to be settled. And so that's when you've passed away. Now we need to make sure that your property goes to whom you want, when you want, and the way that you want. And all the time trying to avoid the probate court, trying to avoid taxes and fees that are unnecessary, and make sure that your wishes are followed, number 1. So we want to make sure that you put a plan in place so that we don't have to send your property to probate court because it's a long, costly, public, and nasty affair. We want to make sure that your people are in charge of settling your estate, not the courts or the judges or the state law. And we want to make sure that your instructions are left behind to make sure that your assets and your inheritance goes to the people that you want it to go to in the way that you want it to go to. Most estate plans stop there, and that's why most estate plans fail, because most estate plans leave out the 4th stage, what could be considered the most important, and that's protecting the inheritance after you're gone. Most studies will show that inheritances left behind, regardless of their size, are spent, gone, taken away within 18 months. And that's no good. So what we want to do is put a plan in place that protects against something like that. And so we can create a plan for you, an estate plan that covers that 4th stage even after you're gone, that leaves your inheritance in a way that is protected. Protected for your children, your beneficiaries, your spouse, from creditors, from lawsuits, from car accidents, from business lawsuits, anything like that. From predators, kind of the type of people that come in and sneak away inheritances away from family members. Or whether it's a divorce situation or a government situation where somebody is trying to reach in and take your inheritance out of your beneficiary's pocket. We want to set up a plan that protects against that and leaves your assets in a way to protect from the creditors and predators. Now, if we need to, we can also protect against the beneficiaries themselves if they are bad with money, can't manage money, have a substance abuse issue, Or maybe if there's special needs, we need to make sure that they're not kicked off their government benefits. So that's all part of that fourth stage, that wealth protection stage, that most estate plans with just a will and a simple outright trust don't cover. So make sure that your estate plan works by covering all four stages of your estate. Again, alive and well, let's put a plan in place while you can. Disability situation, make sure that we have the right people in charge making decisions and helping you manage yourself during that time. Death and avoiding probate, making sure we have the estate plan set up to do and function properly at that stage. And then fourth, wealth protection stage, making sure your inheritance is left in a way that's protected, in a way that could help your family keep it for much longer than most estate plans. So again, thank you for watching. I'm Raymond Chandler with the Polaris Law Group. And if you have any questions or would like to review your estate plan or create your estate plan, please reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to help you and your family create an estate plan that works.